it, not to the temp. I relieve it, wash and I repeat it. To wash it and proceeding this activity. Nikisaka liberty, not 50 out and chase it. I'll pull up with the donkey like Jesus, not all to monkey bees are we. Pull up our don't just ski. Never go. Much of a hard water, not a hard water, not a hard water. Body to go on,
control, wanna lose control. Mommy, unaweza go slow, una breach contract. Downtown, nimedunga don't touch. Magoro moko, ndo mina new crash. Rich, must be me. New made, naigeuza ngadini. Kwa nini, stay number, ask me. Ask me, mwana, mima mapimbi. Ati ndo nizose, lazima niko na macho chatu. Kikobla na nishume. Mr. Blwana, tuliza gume. Nikiflex ati nikufani ni ya kazi gani kiukamba. Jena wini, amenunga badi. Hawa kule mjina, atumebaga wagani. Kwa walenje, Suraya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mrazi pigwa duai, niko kwa warusha mbula difaki. Niko wazi, mtati mbogi genje kimoja. Walenje, genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka Suraya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka picha ya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka Suraya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Si warasa ni tukienda bala. Tunasisisha dada. Tunatavash mpaka wadai ni hash. Tunaseti hadi zitukach. Na zikishika sana piga atanga. Usitensi sio mbogenda kuliko. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka picha ya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka Suraya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka picha ya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka Suraya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mwok, warazi wanabuya. Governor wakidigi ni labunya. Nonga bota ni kuliet mashashola. Senke ikiriet ni keuti. Kuwa chai kuwa kata tukizied. Smarty militant kuwa bugda. Wakimoka tunawo kusafisha. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka Suraya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje. Tunataka picha ya Kenyatta kwa walenje. Mbogi genje, sindo mbogi genje.
And you're tuning into the Black Hot Fire Radio.
Good people, karibuni sana to another episode of the Rythym Scoop Show. I hope you're doing great on this wonderful Friday evening. On my end, it is actually 16 minutes past 3 p.m. right here in Nairobi, and we are at 23 degrees Celsius, and it is mostly cloudy. And you can as well let us know what is the time on your end, and also how is the weather on your end. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Katie, in case you're joining us for the first time. And remember, this is the Black Hot Fire Network, the media of the 21st century, and of course this is the Rythym Scoop Show, done by the three girls. Okay, my name is Katie. Once again, we also have my co-host in the building. They will introduce themselves.
Karibuni sana family. I hope your week has been amazing. Welcome to another episode of the Rythym Scoop Show. It's all about arts, entertainment and culture, brought to you every Monday and Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And of course, we hope you guys are keeping it interactive. For those who are with us on the radio station, remember via the show page, that's where you can pin your comments coming. And for those who are with us on TikTok, Karibuni sana, you can also download our app on the Google Play Store and get to stream with us from Monday to Saturday. Actually, we do have different amazing show. My name is Joby, and once again, Karibuni.
Happy Friday to everybody who is tuned in. Karibuni sana to another episode of the Rythym Scoop Show. Enjoy and keep it interactive. My name is Shmani.
Yes, we started off our show with an amazing jam. That was Sijui Kariet what? I forgot the name and I lost it. And Mariet what? Was it Kariet or Mariet? Riet. Riet Kamati, yes, Riet Kamati, that was the name. And then we went to Sambogi Genje, and the jam is Ngumi Mboidze. I hope you did get to jam onto it. Riet Kamati is something new. I've never heard of them, but they are actually good. They are doing dope. Wamechanganya malugha pale hivo, nadhani kuna Jamaicans in the building. They are, you know, all people of all sorts are from Africa. But anyway, we are going back to one more jam. We shall be back with our quotes of the day and also our news and updates, of course, coming from Kenya and of course Africa. So keep it interactive, keep it locked, and also to all those who are with us on the radio station, remember you can always get to interact with us via the show page. When you send your comment or when you have something to tell us, just slide into the comment section of the show page, and then you get to talk to us. We shall see your comments. And also to all those who are with us on TikTok, in case you can also want to send a voice note, we have an active WhatsApp number which is 0705 428 388. 0705 428 388 is our WhatsApp number. You can send in a voice note to contribute to our conversation. But anyway, this is Rosary featuring Bogi Genje, and the jam is A War.
Mana generali
Goddess, it's Rosary.
Bogini Genje. Big shout out to Vince on the beat, by the way.
Mtani kwetu sisi wote ni mangangari, mpaka manyau na madogi ni marasta. Kwetu washosho wanatafuna gajaba, tukikata mboga tunatumia panga.
Jing, gero na wafling, umojing, klima ya wazing. Mkuru kwa jega ni baruda tunatia. Kangesmana milimindozi.
Usione nimeng'ara ukaniomba hela, baada ya wiki chache nimeamua kuoga. Kwetu mamanzi hawapakagi mapora wana.
If you're asking about the internet, it was actually not the internet, it was the lights.
Soda.
Then you boy lazima wanye kange debate. Ni ushinda nafanya wakwe na debate. Ni grave digger na pull up na kitrigger.
My quote of the day says, it is better to be object of jealousy than pity.
Stop ni design.
My quote of the day is, don't ever be afraid to shine. Remember, the sun doesn't give a fuck who blinds it.
And my quote of the day is, it is finally arrived. That weekend vibe. Enjoy.
Stop ni design zimeriel sima tuko high top. Kakidini lazima minda na kilight up. Kakidini na kilight up.
Ngalini kijenge majengo kwa mrombo, ngaruna nino matengeru na matejo. Uskatize kiboya mitaa ya ololo, kapigwa roba za mbao wimbi wa polo.
Dando tunakimbiza mado. Hivi kibambo neza chachisha aro. Ziko baganika niza masholo. Chachisha aro. Dando tunakimbiza mado. Hivi kibambo neza chachisha aro. Ziko baganika niza masholo. Chachisha aro.
Rosary na kuteki vila rosa. Negolo cha anaria mnika ngede. Liki geto prezi kusadigero genje. Mwodogo na kurusha si arusha. Utaidra na kukala sweni usgan. Fuli genje na ukrasa ni anzakwa. Tumenjavu hatuzache na warazi. Sacho chwez tuna wamocho waragi.
Maukigota tuna kujibu awa. Za wikendi ni kuzoza na mira. Kanya maganji hata kama ni ira. Mkivira unaweza kula mapila. Umewaka kairori kila zinga koveri. Tumebeba vitu bad sindo ile geri. Kuchafua zima kitu medikwa deli. Siwa nyama nikatuko singo serengeti. Huku kila za bebebe kana shi. Shikisha makonya gimedi na waragi. Resa patu na zidi seka ya kidi. Ito ukulaga utembe na rosario. Aladi dando tunakimbiza mado. Hizi kibambo neza chachisha aro. Hizi kubaga nikaniza masholo.
Yes, welcome back. That is A War. I hope you did get to jam onto it as we getting started with our conversation of the day. I think he is saying we just left him hanging and talking. He didn't even notice we were gone. But anyway, as we get started,
man. It was our lights.
It's not our fault. But I'm glad you were able to wind up with the show. But anyway, as we get started with our conversation of the day, remember it was early this week. Was it early this week when the Cabinet Secretary, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kindiki, Kithure Kindiki, said that we are now going to have a weekend on 13th of November, that is on Monday, coming Monday, for tree planting. And after that, to obtain tree seedlings for plant. Good idea. But where are we going to plant these trees? You're not showing us where to plant these trees, because if I had a field where I should plant this tree, I would.
Maybe the chief knows.
I would there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
But why are they not telling us? Unajua, if you are given, this holiday doesn't even make sense, and everybody is talking about it and mocking the holiday, because imagine now we have a tree planting holiday where everybody should be making sure they are planting trees, and it's okay, it's very good, and going green is very good, and making sure that we have forests that are still continuing in Kenya is very good. But at the end of the day, do you think that we required a holiday to start planting trees? It doesn't make sense. Or to plant trees, it doesn't make sense, because how many minutes would you use to plant a tree, a single tree that you're going to get from the chief? How many minutes?
Doesn't take time.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes. Drill a hole and dig a hole, put the tree in, and then that's it. Do you think that required a whole day, a wastage of a whole day, and of which some companies reduce or cut your salary from now? They count the days you went to work and they cut your salary. So do you think that that one day was supposed to be removed from the calendar of your work?
What I think about this, because they gave a free holiday on Monday, and I told you guys that this is a distraction, because just the next day we had a bombshell of increase of fuel, and now we've had more and more increase of stuff, so the holiday was just like to make people forget. And I saw on social media when Kenyans are coming to say we've been given this holiday in the 2020 for what we've been actually going through. And yesterday, even on the streets, we were asking people and Kenyans if they really, are going to plant trees, and what are their thoughts about tree planting day. Personally, I feel like it is a good idea if it is highly monitored and if they actually mean. But again, look at the extent of us going to plant trees for rains, and yet we know very well we don't even control our own weather and climate. So it is super crazy, because I didn't get the extent of having a whole day for tree planting, which doesn't actually make sense. So it is not going to be easy like that for Kenyans. Yeah.
Well, personally, I believe we had Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai, she suffered a lot actually when she was trying to bring a lot of changes in the Kenyan country. And I remember there's a time she was arrested, beaten, her hair was even really tolewa, and a lot of things she went through. I remember one of the motions she had was going to schools, picking up children, and even bringing trees and planting schools. We had these activities, and this actually was normal. This is what we were learning in terms of agriculture. And even for me, I assumed when I was going to high school, studying agriculture is going to be part of tree planting, until you come realize you're studying something totally different. So I do actually applaud the president and whichever member of board came and sat down and said that we need to do this, because we've been talking about how we've lost even water streams right now, which is one of the reasons, because of cutting down trees. This is something positive, but again, just like Washman is saying, we don't require a whole day. Planting of trees, it can be done, especially for me, I think it can be purposely and executed very well if you give this opportunity to students, especially. Let them do this. You don't need people who have their lives already going on distract a whole day for planting trees. Distraction, again, just like you call it. Because we are always keep on asking personally about these holidays. How do they serve us? How is this planting of trees? Of course it's gonna be helping, but are you sure people are gonna turn up and do it like what you really what's the strategy you're gonna use to ensure everyone is turning up to plant the trees? Are you gonna be the Kagame, you know, where you terrorizing everyone, or what's the criteria you're using? I'd really love to understand.
My
Because
problem
me
is
personally-
even where these trees are going to be planted.
That's what you're asking, the criteria, because they came up and just announced a whole holiday. That was just the point. It's a holiday, planting of trees. Where specifically? Yes, people are gonna be picking trees from the chiefs. Taking where? To my house or to my toilet? I go plant trees there. I need directions of where I'm going. Literally, if you meaning a holiday for planting trees, let citizens also literally be acting accordingly. Me, I'm certain not watakuwa apiga sherehe. I mean, memes are surrounding.
You know, this is crooked. Does it mean next year now we are also planting trees the same?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a national,
Yeah.
it's a public
It's a national
holiday
holiday.
already.
All right, now if you want to know how Kenya is not serious, we are just having this conversation off camera, and if you want to know that the government doesn't even care. When we used to, you know, office, you know, where you can, the chief is supposed to be very active person in the society.
He's
Everybody
actually
is
supposed to be popular than,
you know,
yeah.
that everybody in the society, if we are talking about huku chini tumaini, you know, if it is, you know, we are supposed to be knowing where the chief at and where people are supposed to go, but nobody knows, meaning this is a person who doesn't, and maybe there is no chief who has actually bought the seedlings.
And maybe there are not even no seedlings.
Yeah,
probably.
they're not. It's
Just
very
like,
possible.
Probably people, you know, this was just publicized on the media, so it means that not most people know. Even they were told to go and get the seedlings from the chief.
And
you
even
know,
people don't know most, because yesterday Katie, we even met the brother, the Muslim brother, and we asked him if he knows about the holiday. He says he doesn't know.
Yeah,
shit
he's
about
not
Monday,
aware.
you know, and he's like me. I'm living from. If I go to work, I come and
he
eat.
actually
sleep.
asked, "Hiyo ni wapi? Hiyo ni wapi hiyo?"
You know.
And I was like, where, are we in a different
we in a
country,
different
or are we
country?
spreading
Exactly.
rumors? You know, it is just crazy. But this holiday doesn't make sense to me. It is not worth wasting a whole day for just planting one tree, you know. And if it's a matter of trees, you don't require a whole day to go and plant a tree. You know, a tree is just something that can take you 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then you're done. So we would have just been told, let's take few hours and observe tree planting, or maybe the weekend.
Or even, for example, I'm feeling if people are supposed to go to work, kila mse kwa every office, wanapewa 10 minutes in the office, plant trees around you, or do something, you know, so that you cannot get distracted for a whole day. You can imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah, like imagine, it's super crazy. We had even tree planting days in high school. I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys
we
had it.
did.
And it took like just 20 minutes
20
of planting,
minutes,
you
and
know,
then it's
and even
done.
it was during games time.
And I remember for us, we used to be taken to forests actually. Like I remember there's this famous forest.
Karura.
Not Karura, not really Karura. Kuna hii ingine. I've gone there for actually some time later. I went to check on the tray planted. I couldn't locate it. But I remember I used to be taken to places in forests, and the school like wanabeba hizo ma meeting, exchange and all that. Let them meet, communicate.
I mean, what are we celebrating?
I'm telling you, Tanzania wasijue tuko na free holiday ya kupanda miti. But anyway, as we get to continue, still on the issue of the IDs. So there's a huge supporter of ID replacement fees. And in Kenya, he believes that it will encourage citizens to take better care of their documents, of which, yeah, it is going to encourage a lot of us to take care of our documents, but it doesn't mean that mtu akipoteza ID yake, they wanted to lose their ID. So, you know, imposing a heavy fee on the replacement, it doesn't mean that now this person lost their ID because they were careless. This person, you know, the last thing you want to lose is your ID, because it is a whole process for you to get it back, or maybe for you to replace it. So nobody wants to lose their ID. And also, I believe for you to now be holding those documents, you had to go to wait for so many hours. I remember during our application we had to queue for long hours, and when you're even going to get it and it's already out, you have now to wait for so many hours. You know, it is just crazy.
The appliance of the ID is done at the chief.
Yeah,
Application.
yeah, but as but for yeah, but for no, the DO,
The chief.
the DO,
The DO.
yeah, the
The
DO,
DO.
yes.
Because you have to have
Maybe
documents.
the chief.
You did it at no. The chief has to sign something,
Some paper
but
that
yeah,
you
it's
can
some paper you're given by the DO to go take it to the chief. So
Me,
that
I did everything kwa chief. Like I remember I used to go, everyone like me, I know that kwa chief nendo na kila kitu enda na process.
But in
Yeah.
school it was easier, you know. I took mine in school. In school you just write it, everything and then that's it.
But I remember personally when I went for my ID, there was a lot of process. You go from office to office.
Yeah.
You know, you have to walk from this office
DO,
to another office.
chief.
Yes, and then you come back and give it. I don't know to where. I don't know
Yeah.
if that was the DO's office, but it was just a lot of loathsome of processes, which is not easy because you're also spending money. And sometimes you mna line chief mwenyewe. Have you ever seen watu wenye wako na madarau kwa hii dunia ni watu wa ID? They will tell you you're having a lunch break. And you will have to wait whether you like
They are
it.
not only even our civil servants. Sijui nini na kuanga imewafanya. They are always like that.
Unaona tu hapa na kwambia mimi sijakuwa na lunch the whole day. I want to go and take my lunch. Wait for me for the next 2 hours. And because you're desperate, you have to wait, which is super crazy way of even handling or procedure of getting the IDs, which is supposed to be really easy, you know. But when you look at now these ID situations, I saw a meme going viral, and the crazy part about this meme was somebody was saying wajaka watatuua. It for them it's funny, you know, but wajaka watatuua, they have actually said wapandisha hata 10,000, we don't care, unajua. And I'm like, for you guys it looks funny for you, but imagine the person who is actually struggling. Yesterday we were in these streets and we met really weird men. I don't know.
Yesterday was the weirdest
and
part
then
of
first and foremost, when we met them, we asked them about their life. They said they're very comfortable. We asked them about the ID. They said it is okay, pandishwe hata siji how much. To you know, the quality or to the extent of the cost, they don't give a damn about, you know, how much the price of ID is. But when you look at these people, first and foremost, they are mechanics. They are very dirty. Their hands are really black. You know, you can just see that this person is suffering. And then we ask you, are you comfortable with? And then they're like, yes, we are very comfortable.
Unaona nateseka.
Na literally this person anateseka.
that.
You're the one that is asking questions. You look where and it's
Unataka
where do you stay? I just
Gataka.
I'm like, oh okay. And then Katie asked them, so you stay in Gataka and you're okay? And they actually said, we are very okay.
We are
Ask
very
us
okay.
the next question. And then we asked them, are you proud to be Kenyan?
Yes.
I am proud to be Kenyan. Why are you proud? Because the economy has been raised.
Wow.
I'm like, so the economy being raised is something to be proud of. Why are we
These
the same
people, the
Kenya?
reason that I even thought they were mad, do you know, after we were done with the questions, walituambia tafuta ingine. Tafutilia ingine.
I want such kind of people in my life. You know, are living just zero pressure. You know, that is so dope. On that level, personally, what you're just discussing on the Pan-African Diary, such people will find that they have not only lost hope in life, but those are people utapata actually the job they do, like basically it doesn't affect them ID wise. So watu wanamwambia story ID utapata hata mtu labda ana ID alipoteza kitambo sana na imstui kwa sababu anajua mali anaenda I require ID. The least amount atatoa kwa M-Pesa labda ni 1,000. Anaitishwa ID wapi? Like these are people who are literally either have lost hope in life or either just don't give a damn about what is next there. They're like, there's no change. This is what we're meant to be. Like, if the cost of living is getting high, there's nothing we can do. We have to abide by it. So,
and why does I still wonder, why does raising of economy? And we also asked another young man. They said now that Mr. ID, hata sijakuwa na ID for years.
Wow.
You know, I'm like, you haven't had your ID for years. All right, where have you been going? Have you been going to places? One said, I'm not even going to take an ID anymore. And then I was like, why? If a cops, and then I asked him the way cops wanashika watu, because wanaka street people, you know, they'll find themselves one day in problems or troubles. And I'm like, what if cops get you one day and then you need to show your ID? And then you know what this boy said? I will tell them that my ID is in that 2000 and I've not actually gotten the 2000. I miss in that umbili. ID yangu kwa hiyo umbili yenye serikali imesema. So you find these people like, imagine somebody stressing about passport, somebody anasema I don't even need an identification card. This is somebody who is not seeing the future for himself. It's just that because anything you have to do, if you have plans, if you have to move any type of way, you have to have an identification
Somebody
card.
saying they don't need a passport because they are not planning to move away from Kenya.
Well,
They're
good
not-
luck to you, man. I want to move. I want to travel and know the world better. And
See, I'm not planning to get out of Kenya.
Wa shauri yako wewe una future wewe una vision. But anyway, for me, I'll agree with this guy who said losing your ID or them rising actually the cost of the ID replacements is gonna make you take care of identification very keenly. Some I kind of look agree with it because normally watu walikuwa ukipoteza ID unajua tu asini so I can go replace ni so, and then I think recently, do you personally remember I lost my ID was in 2021. Then it took me like 6 months for me before I replaced it, and it took me 2 weeks before literally to get it back. You know, I just went applied, got my passport photos done, whatever, and in 2 weeks I was called like, yo, your ID is ready, come pick it up. And from there I was like, because the moment of me staying out, just because you don't have 2,000 and way back unajua tu ni so naweza pata anytime to labda sina. Right now it will make people actually be very, very cautious because you're thinking about the money.
But
okay,
look at,
you'll have to work with because me I was working recklessly with my ID. That's just me being honest.
I've seen people
I'll
making
put it in my pocket anywhere. Even most of the times I'll find me looking for my ID like iko wapi sioni.
I've seen people making fun of now even the death certificate. They are saying that go and take your death certificate today. By the time you're dying, it might be 5 million, and your people might not be able to afford.
Yeah. I mean, it is crazy because what I see first and foremost, it's these people who talk like this. They don't need IDs. They don't need any identification. These are people just who have lost hope. You know, sometimes it sounds funny when somebody says that, but look at why is this person saying I don't need my ID or I'm okay with the economy. This is somebody who's suffering and he's in denial. You know, it's like I don't know what to say, which mentality, but it's a crazy mentality because he's in denial that he's living really a bad life, and they're living from hand to mouth, and they feel like that is really okay because at that time they were also tipsy. I guess they were drunk a little bit. So wametoka job, they've gone to take a few glasses, which is really bad, you know, and then they go to work, their side all the day has come. I was reasoning and I was saying maybe they're saying because maybe, you know, things have gone up for them, and since they're mechanics, vitu zimepanda, watapata pesa kidogo, atambia msee kiti ilikuwa tao, but right now it's 2,000. So they get extra money. I would understand. But now you're saying you're okay with this thing. Like, which Kenya are you at? It's just crazy.
We're talking about juakali hustlers. Juakali, mtu akuna mali. Hata matatu labda kupanda yana nanga tu labda once.
They
Labda
don't
kisaka
go.
tu specific appliances for his work. Nda atatoka tu ende tao.
Yeah.
This such kind of people literally stay in one region, die in the same place. Me, I've seen such. People will stay in the same region, die in the same place, and they don't give a damn about life, how it changes, how it transitions, because that's what they're used to. I used to have sorry to say, but RIP to you, man, auntie. She was such an amazing person. I used to live with her auntie, was zero pressure. Like, this ule ni mtu astuki na life, sijui rent imepanda, tutapambana nayo. Ati sijui nini kwaje, tutapanda, kandona tusumbua isili, tutapambana na. Like, she used to be scared of nothing. And she used to...
But you know, that is a ghetto mentality. Because the ghetto mentality is you live from hand to mouth.
Trust me, it's a ghetto mentality, but she used to have money. She used to stay in Mathare, but akona do.
Unaelewa ukona do ya kulive kesho.
Akona do.
The next day
But
watafanya
this
nini?
woman is living in slums, but she has money.
But is it money or is it money that will sustain you tomorrow? Then you have to look for another day again.
In a day she could make like $150. That's in a very good day of her business. She was just a njugu seller. Watu wa kuuza njugu. Na alikuwa na customers wengi sana. Cause isili unajua sana weekend kushikisha nini jaba, people will buy nuts
10,000.
Yeah. She used to make a lot of money, trust me. Cause I remember she on a restocking of njugu, she could buy like sacks of maize zimepangana tu hivi kwa nyumba. Ile anajua kukiwa kubaya, mimi niko na stock, niko na pesa ya kurely on, niko na stock ya kurely on. Vitu zikienda juu I have at least something I can count on before I get to catch up with the current budget. I just used to love her. She was such an amazing person.
There is also this mentality that the government is selling, and they've actually corrupted people's minds, and people are feeling. I look at it like Ruto anatunyima a lot of things, and this is a mentality that leaders use, or even the colonizers, the Europeans used against us. They deprive you of everything. Once they've already deprived you, we know very well fuel was normal, was down low when Uhuru Kenyatta was there, right? Now he has already raised it to about where it's going to be 300 in 1 year. So he'll start saying the economy is reducing, he will take it to 290. But we know very well it's still on a higher note, so that you can come back, you can come back and still plead, oh my God, this is the mentality.
And trust me, if tomorrow the fuel goes low with the 10 bob, people will stop complaining. They will stop complaining.
Exactly, they are feeling like it's a change. But and this is what makes them really, really comfortable. I feel like this is a mentality that they've sold to Kenya, and Kenyans are feeling like, oh, okay, so we maybe the tuzae to kubali, this is how it is. And then you start hearing, oh, now tumewazungushia unga we've subsidized, now it is 180 and it was 150. When it was 150 before you came in. So why is it subsidized in Akuja to 180? It's like a system they use. They come deprive you of all your freedom, and then they start giving you one by one, so that you can start craving, and you feel like actually it's working. This guy ilifika 180 sahi tuko 170
juu, and then inashuka pole pole na reverse.
And he's actually saying that in the next month, we'll start be seeing things going normal. But this is what he's been doing.
No, he didn't say things will go normal. He didn't say that.
He said that we are going to start paying our debts.
Yeah, that
right?
is, yes.
See, when we start paying our debts, then we're not going to be borrowing.
No, we are going to be borrowing. He's depending on the debts to pay the nene.
But he's actually saying, when you listen to his speech, because I heard his speech, he said that first and foremost, the reason as to why he's actually is not subsidizing on stuff like unga and fuel is because we need to pay. So his mentality is, he's actually not subsidizing because we need money, and he's getting money from all these taxes. And that means from my mind, if you're not subsidizing, we're not supposed to be taking loans anymore.
But why did he go to China recently and to
he
get
didn't
a loan?
go, Katie. Jinping said he doesn't want to see him. He didn't arrive in China.
He was in China.
No.
He was in China riding the heaviest machine in China. Yeah, I have a picture. I have evidence and receipts. He was in China.
Which week?
Because
I know 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yes. When Jinping said he doesn't want to see him, Ruto was in China already.
But did he meet him?
No,
exactly,
he didn't meet him. But now the agenda was to get money. So if he didn't get, he's going to get it from somewhere else.
So there is no value of his meeting. So we can't say he took the money.
He's going to get it from somewhere else.
He said, let me believe him. He said, we are not going to be.
Shumani wants to believe Zakai.
He said the taxes are going to pay, and we're not going to be in debt anymore from next month. So we're hoping by next month things are going to be easy.
No, things are not going to be easy. For us to be able to pay the debt, things are going to be worse.
Yeah, he said we need to tighten, because I read this speech, he said we need to tighten our belts, other days are coming, and it is for a good cause.
Exactly. Things are going to be worse.
To be impeached, man. We're gonna suffer another man. I don't understand if people understand what is really coming. I feel like right now we're living in the United States. Like literally the decisions being made right here, left, right and center. It's like Joe Biden has taken control. It's no longer an African puppet. It's like we have a white clown on the seat, and he's literally moving in his own motion the way he wants. Like no more waiting. You wait. I already made the decision. Like there's no more waiting for the signature of.
There is no notice, it's been gazetted.
There's no swear. We're really heading in a very bad place. We're really heading in a very bad place, and something has to be done. Either demonstrations, which we know it's not enough because most of us move without any agenda again.
Article 145,
or a coup, or an impeachment, which I read yesterday. The impeachment of a president is very hard.
The president.
It is
Nani
Article
changed.
145.
Nani-
It's very tough.
Nani
A
changed.
president can be impeached by the civilian.
But it's very tough. If you read the rules, a Senate must agree. I don't know who must
You
agree.
know,
must,
back then it was not tough. Till when they tried to impeach, was President Moi, right? Was it Moi?
Yeah, Moi.
Yes. And then he had to change
It is
and
Moi
change-
who changed it.
Yeah, and he changed it and made it tough so that it is not easy for you to come and impeach me. There are people that you have to pass through, and these people are me. Under me.
But why can't we go to the status like Sri Lanka did?
But is it
was
isn't
scared
approved?
We can do it.
But
the
imagine
Sri
we can
Lanka
do
way.
it. If we read the White House,
We can do the Sri Lanka way.
People are scared. That's the problem.
The problem is that we cannot do the three of us, but we can do the Sri Lanka way.
Because
But
we
anyway,
also had people saying on the streets, you know, if we move, because this guy, he didn't have any answers to the question. The only thing he said that was sensible was one thing that I noted. He said, if we move, unajua tulumia na sasa tutaenda maandamano Monday. He said, I can't go alone. But if we all move together, so he's saying if we unite, you know, if we unite, because somebody will lie to you, they'll be in Mandamano, you won't see them. The next day,
You'll be alone.
we are living in Rongai. Ever since I came to Rongai 1 year down the line, I've not seen anybody on the streets. But each and every day, we are saying, oh, we are even reporting town iko on fire. You know, why is on fire? Rongai,
Yeah,
things
the most
are,
peaceful place.
you know, very peaceful. You don't see people. So people come and lie to you. People come and lie to you. They're going to go there. They're going to do this. But at the end of at the back of their mind, they're not even confident enough
That
to go
gender
out
is
there.
different, man.
but anyway, Keith is saying African docile behavior, and also you're saying exactly 100% Joby, and he is also saying people who live on the margins are shmani.
Yeah.
And also you're saying it is the African mindset to accept poverty and be okay with it. And also Keith is saying when she could live, she could
When
live,
she could live somewhere else,
And
yeah.
also you're saying he was there, Joby. No, he refused to meet him, but he was in China. Yes, the president was already in China, even though Jinping said he doesn't want to meet him. So he went strolls. He went to strolls with the heaviest machine in
No,
China.
sasa nikuulize, first and foremost, he's saying he's going to attend meetings. How do you go and the meeting has not been confirmed? Is it not wastage of money?
I
Because
swear,
now you've gone there,
exactly.
you've used a lot of
Money.
money that also us are paying. Sisi, the common mwananchi, are being tasked for this money.
No, in China when he was going, there was a summit. There was there's this summit that was about what company.
It was the
And then
it was attaining the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
The
something.
road belt initiative.
Yeah, and it happened, and after that is when Ruto was supposed to meet Jinping. Then after that is when Jinping
It was
said
during he was supposed to go to the meeting.
no, Ruto went to the meeting. It was now after the meeting. It was supposed to be a private meeting between the two,
Okay.
where you cannot go in front
Okay.
of people to say I want money. You know. So it was supposed to be a
Like a
private
by the way.
meeting. It was supposed now to be like venye tuko hapa hivi,
Yeah.
and then I call you kando, we
After
talk.
the meeting,
yeah,
yeah.
after the meeting. So after the meeting is when Jinping said I don't want to see him. This is when we saw Ruto enjoying life in China with the best heavy cars over there. But anyway,
Well, for me, before you even move on, that sounds like what Kid just calls it, the childlike behavior. And while you have to meet someone, you attended the meeting, which is very important. Then the guy told you, I don't want to meet you in private, just leave. Why are you still there riding? You sound like a baby. A baby who's being told like, hey, wait, I'm trying to reason if I can have a meeting with you. Go play with toy cars. At least have some fun with toy cars over there before I reason if I'm gonna. I swear that's how it sounds.
There are people
At
who
enjoying
never
the
got
biggest
this.
machines.
These
What?
people didn't get these opportunities. Now he's a president. It's once in a lifetime.
he's enjoying. But also, Kiv is
With
saying,
your money.
lol, Katie, Sri Lanka was a coup and a revolution. That is what we need. We take it to the State House, we start swimming in that beach in that swimming pool over there. Is
They
that
were,
true?
they were eating, they were like flexing in the
Yeah,
State House.
we
Like,
eat and
they were drinking.
dying.
Hey, it was fun.
Unfortunately, they removed the liquor store. Now they put the chapel instead of the liquor store.
in our
In the
ours.
state house. But also Kid is saying exactly 100% Katie, and also you're saying it is a disrespectful.
It is very disrespectful. You can see how the Chinese are even looking at us, you know. I don't want to see you go back. You know, it's just
Baby
it's
like.
so, and this is a whole president.
Yesterday I saw a video going viral of an African woman who was impregnated by a Chinese, and then she gave birth, but now she can't find the man because they are all the same. They look the same.
When you are opening your legs.
Hey. That one, yeah, that woman was on the road on those sides looking.
Hi, man.
But
But
anyway,
you can't differentiate
Oh,
this
Joby.
morphos.
When
I
you
swear.
open your legs and look at.
No,
Oh,
but
no,
this, let me
man.
tell you, Kit is like that story of that. There's this woman.
Really?
There's this woman who
I
gave
don't
birth. There's this woman who gave birth to Chinese twins. One is, I don't know, one is an Asian and the other one looks like a Japanese. Then the dad is black. So they took the matter to, I don't know, it's called what, Keith? I don't know what it's called. That's TV station.
Yeah.
Then they do Asian and Chinese, but he's the dad. You know, they just don't.
But she
resemble him.
knew, Joby. They always, it's a lie. This is not true. Like, are you kids? Come on. If you want sensitive.
you know, it's better to lie that now your babies were exchanged in the hospital.
Maybe
No,
lie, but
but
don't lie
she
that
was sure.
you don't know.
She was sure these
They
guys.
always know.
She was sure these Chinese children are for this man.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you always know. If you look at the program, it's always very fun. You always know the truth. But when you look, they're trying to make it. It's becoming dramatical and shit like that. But at the end of the day, how watu wanajifanyaga tu, you definitely know.
I know.
Really, you definitely, as a woman, you know. You can't tell me you're a grown-up woman to the extent unaweza shika hadi mimba and you don't know you're confusing the man that made you pregnant. It's talks anafanana na Dan. That's a lie.
Differentiate Chinese.
Joby, you have been with this person to the extent of getting
having
a baby
sex. Oh,
and
okay,
having
okay,
sex.
okay.
You don't know.
Hey, but
Maybe they didn't know each
Yeah, for
other.
this-
The
this
Chinese
one
dad
didn't
told me, yeah.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
And then the girl thought the Chinese was wealthy. You know.
It's a lie. She's just trying to look for a daddy.
But anyway, as we
For the
continue,
kids,
there's this taxi driver in Kenya that has taken it upon themselves to shave a client's hair over unpaid fare.
Yeah. I mean, I was asking people in the morning, what would you do if you're a driver and then maybe a Uber driver and then client amesema aje halipido or amezima.
Amana.
You know, amana.
Naliita
No, okay, to look at it to the extent of this is somebody's business. The audacity you have of calling a car and you know very well that you don't have money.
Hata ukuingia man.
You're ready to if they take advantage of you in that car, what are you going to say? When they will letter, because how the hell you know very well you're supposed to pay somebody, you're joking with somebody's business, and then you take a cab, maybe it's a long distance, imagine all the way from Rongai uende mpaka Kitengela, you know, and then it is Tao plus or even 1300, and then you get there
with the price of fuel.
imagine with the price of fuel right now, you get there and then I saw people in the comment section saying
It's
it
very
is
wrong.
inhuman, it's not okay, or you angewakata two braids awachie nywele. You would have cut their braids off and back their hair, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm
But
like,
now
it is disrespectful.
this
first
woman
and foremost.
is risking.
I
You
know
know, this is not right because you could have used a simple amatatu. Amatatu is even the conductor would listen to you because it's not more than 100 or maybe 200, you know. But now imagine a cab. A cab, it's like 400, 500,
First and foremost,
600.
before you take a cab, you have a phone.
You have to
right?
request.
You can call somebody to send you 100 or 50 bob.
Yep.
You know, and if it is because you know very well, and the women who said I don't use a matatu because I'm using a cab. I don't use private. I'm like, I don't use public means. I'm like, who told you that?
A
Cab is a private means, you know. I do believe other women have really raised
just have
fake standards,
privacy.
you know, fake standards to the extent of they want to force themselves into using this type of transportation just because of standards. Unajua, I can't use this. How do you call first and foremost?
A
cab,
taxi driver
and you don't have
without
money, and you have a phone, and you have data. Sincerely.
Personally, I feel like that was also disrespectful. Those are women who are living up to you know,
Not their standards. Exactly.
You know, trying to prove a point. I basically know most of them is to prove a point. Women, I don't know, it's always to prove a point or something, which is very, very wrong. Like just what Katie is saying, matatu kama ni pesa ngapi? 50 bob, 20, 100 ikenda sana. Hakuna sidhani kuna destination imefikisha tu, so labda Kangundo. That's all I know, you know. But that was wrong, and I don't believe actually the Uber driver he went too far, but he's not wrong. Angekata two braids peke, but shaving someone says
Braids pia.
It's a lesson, bro. It's a lesson. The next time you're going to do that for, and nobody
will remember somebody shaved my hair
next
because I didn't pay. Next time they won't do the same shit.
And then you find this is why women are taking advantage of, because how many people unaweza pata, maybe if it was at night and she's drunk and they'll say they don't have money. If it is a bad driver, they can rape you. Some they can steal from you.
Exactly. Like
the other one that was actually ejaculating. You know, it's just very, very crazy, and the clients are there. If you get that type of person, what do you think that sad mentality of that man would do to you?
Because trust you me, we had that discussion. I don't know if you guys remember the Uber driver who had his dick outside. If you find such,
that's what I'm saying.
Trust me, walk already like I'm lippy sour too. I have something.
And it is crazy because imagine these women. I had a friend that was telling me he was watching from a distance, right? Nduthi guy amefikisha udem na ako kwa hiyo ni mingine asikia, and then he's asking the woman is like, no, don't worry, I don't have money but I'll sort you. Packed, went to the bush, came back, and the woman left. So you want to tell me how many women actually pay with their own bodies just to pay for this cab drivers? It's really wrong. And then why would you? First of all, it's just fake standards. Live to your standards. If you feel like you're not capable of getting a cab, and that too, but nobody's gonna judge you. I've seen women who even go to dates with matatus a lot, and they don't need to fake shit. Why are you faking because of fake standards? This is why we have people going to Airbnbs and parking so because of fake standards. Oh, I can't date a broke guy. But when you go to an Airbnb, unaiba sabuni. So how broke are you? Shameless women.
Money is mad on a
that
Friday.
is crazy, man.
Don't get mad. But anyway, as we get to wind up, there is also this individual in Mombasa who was called out for faking a disability to solicit money through begging.
And you have couples. It's a husband and a wife. Yes, it's a husband and a wife. They've been pretending that they are disabled, and I think the cops got them. So they're beating their tail. Wake up! Stop pretending. And now from this to this, I'm like, what? You're nasty.
Hustler Nation. Hustler Nation in it. But you know, this is not the first time. If you remember, there was a video I showed you some time back where we had was it a man? Yes, we had a man who was pretending to have a disability, and he was actually like he pretended that he had a leg disability. He could not walk until people found out, and then now he was trying to run for his life. And imagine now, this is a person who was disabled some minutes ago, and then he's trying to run for his life.
I mean, personally, I really feel bad. Sometimes I really feel really bad for people who are disabled, some of them, you know, and I really want to give, but I've had experience where somebody lied to me they were disabled. I gave them money only to come and spank my breast, you know, and they ran away, and 2 minutes ago they were not even able to walk. I was going to school, niko kwa matatu, sindio unaongoja, and then I'm at the window, so you know they come and beg through the window. Imagine I tipped this guy, and then after taking the money, and then he ran. Man, he hit my, like he did this and ran off. And I was like, man, sometimes you feel sorry for people you're not supposed to feel. Like people are really taking advantage because now you can't know who's sincere, who's really, you know, broke. And of course, when you look at also these beggars, some beggars can work. You know, you are really very capable. What, like for example, those who are pushing people.
I know.
You're okay. You know, you're really okay. I mean, you have hands, you can walk, you can even push. You're very energetic.
Open kibanda.
Really?
Start nyanyasa.
Sincerely. And then
Imagine.
you're expecting if we give this person, it's also you also have a cut. This is raising lazy people because utapea beggar, senior. And then the beggar, she's the one that is moving the beggar. He has his cut in that money. So mbona siende kutafuta kazi yeye? Raising a very
Also, I think I've discussed that before personally. I've said these people have a bunch of opportunity because sijui kama juu the money wanakuanga naye sijui 20 bob kama sasa utaenda utapata mwingine akona 10 bob sijui 20 bob kwa kikombe. That's not the money they have raised since
no,
morning.
si wanatoa left.
They're putting in the pocket.
They even put 1 bob.
There are so many ways of surviving again, and I always tell this even to even young mamas who have kids and you're out there struggling. How can I even start making 10 bob a day? Imagine, I don't know if you know how much of groceries you can make, how much you can really make out of groceries.
I know.
If you just go to kwa soko and buy a bunch of vitungus, let's say a 50 bob, uta mtauzia to 10 bob. How much of profit have you made from that? A lot of profit. Double your stock, do that the same again, and imagine you'll not have to go back to the street and rely on anyone ever again. We have so many ways of surviving. Even this, I'm sorry again, prostitute, we have so many ways of surviving. Sell hata kuonekana sijui unataka kuonekana unakaa mshamba. So that's the mentality of again people living in the city. Or if I'm doing some hard work, what will people think of me? What will my circle do? It you do it. You do it so long as you're surviving.
I mean,
guys,
some women raise petty standards. Some women raise petty standards, and then you find that even before, before being this, there's something that you did. Even those women that you see up there, you look up to them, you're like, they've made it. Look at somebody like Akode. Right now, she's a millionaire, right? Look at what she's gone through. Everybody starts at a point. The other time we were working with Katie and these 2 women, you remember the 2 women, and they're like, I am going home, nichukulia hata unga, watoto wangu. Imagine, we didn't answer them. We said, not today. Wakaenda kututusi sasa.
And the next thing, we hear them speaking in Kikuyu, thinking that we don't understand.
Now they start saying, these girls do what, just bullshit. Because you just said, and you see they're really walking, they're very energetic, it's in the evening. Even if you are supposed to have
and there are 2 of them just for morale.
I believe they just got them. We just
they can't even walk alone. There are 2 of them. Just because now they want to gossip and forsake and morale.
And somebody was saying, you see them in this market today, and then they even have fair. They'll go to another market. Kesho utawapata Langata. They have another fair. They go to another place to beg instead of looking for work, and they claim and they even work with kids of which maybe they're not there.
Even kids nowadays, personally, I won't give a kid no money. Unless I have water or soda on my hand,
especially
I'll give them
right
soda.
here in Rongai.
Yeah, I've seen that has become a norm. I'm seeing children right here begging, Auntie buy, Nicole like Erini saidia mtoto naona nakota ma scraps wa life mtoto naona tu ana beg ufala.
And they've been sent by their
parents. And some of them have ran from home and just gone to hustle on themselves and then come back home.
We have so many ways of surviving. That's just what I'll say. All this fakeness of Sujui being crippled. Babes, you can become a maid. You can become a mama fua. Shout out to all the mama fuas. Me, anyone who's just trying to put effort in putting food on their table, so long as you're not selling your body, doing anything that is literally, you're gonna sit down later and be like, man, I really hate myself. I wish I never did this. Now look at me, I'm damaged. Yo, do it. Okay? Amka 5 enda kwa barabara atakuwa makanga. People don't believe when I say I've become a makanga. I've been a house girl. I've done sales and I've done everything. And you can do it too. So long as you got
been homeless.
Hands. Yeah, and you've been homeless too.
People have been homeless. And they've found their way out. Every day when you walk in the streets, you see people smiling. Have you ever wondered what everybody's going through? Deep down, everybody has their own problems, and it's so deep. Ask yourself this question. There's nothing sweet as enjoying money. There's no money that you'll be told I can't buy this car because I got it from kugonga sewage or to carry bags of people. The same money somebody from the office has will buy the same thing you got from doing whatever work you feel is shitty. Money is money. It doesn't matter where it came from. So long as you hustle for it, never feel ashamed of getting your bag. Never feel ashamed.
Yeah, never feel ashamed. But anyway, family, we are coming to the end of that. Brings us to the end of our show for today. Asanteni sana for keeping it interactive. Jiba Jaba, I saw you. You're saying hi, ladies. Good Friday to you all. Good Friday to you too, Jiba Jaba. You're also saying lesson: drivers get money up front, and also you're saying there's a one-legged Mzungu. I've seen him all over the Pittsburgh region.
I didn't know Wazungu beg until
They beg.
Trust me, I didn't know Wazungu beg till kids showed me look at a white
What do you
beggar.
mean? You've
I'm
never
like,
seen a beg? Hey,
I'm like, I thought it was just Africans everywhere.
they
Like,
beg. They are the most homeless people in their continent.
It's the mentality they are selling about Africa. Now Africa looks like that, but when you go there and you find the reality, you're like, damn.
crazy.
It's crazy. I see Keith in the building. He's saying,
Your bag is in the butt and you're not ashamed.
Your bag is in the butt and you're not ashamed. And my bag is in my butt and I'm not ashamed. Then you're supposed to be ashamed.
Use your butt.
If you're carrying your butt for the bag. And I also see Kitty saying goddamn shmani. I think it's the story I was giving. And he said not shmani, just shmani.
Yes, much love, family. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. Hope to see you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you're safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and walk. And also remember, on Monday we are back here with the tree planting. Make sure you come with your tree, or yes, or you send us money to buy trees so that we go and plant, or to buy a farm so that we go and plant the trees we shall be getting from the chief.
Yeah.
But anyway, family, much love. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And see you on Monday.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on Monday, same time, same place. Much love.
Have a beautiful evening, family. Thank you to everyone who has been with us throughout the week. See you guys tonight on the Africa Today show.